Houston Rockets.
What up? What up? What up?
We know now that we have options. We did a video. We talked about, of course, who everybody wants: Scoop, Brandon Miller, Amen Thompson. But I know you got some other names, Zach, that we should be
I
keeping on the
still
radar.
think that Amen Thompson is probably the most likely, right? But let's think about this. Like, do you draft for team need or best player available?
Ooh,
It's a tricky question, right?
yeah.
So, like, when I start thinking, it's like who's the best player available? Is Amen Thompson's obviously a team need best fit.
Yeah.
But if I was gonna go best player available, I might choose Cam Whitmore to start as my small forward, 6'7" small forward who can play the 3 or 4 from Villanova. If you're not familiar with Cam, I'm gonna give you a comp just to think about. And this is top. This is like how good I think he can be, but also like his mannerisms, the way he plays.
Yeah.
Like he's got a beautiful shot for one. In the open court, he's very, very reminiscent of Jaylen Brown.
Ooh.
But off the dribble, he has this sick little 1-2 right left, and then he goes to the bucket, and he plays in a certain way. I encourage you to go look at his highlights. That reminds me of Jalen Brunson. Imagine like a 6'7" Jalen Brunson who's way faster and can jump higher.
And a need that we have for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, It's just, I hate to say this because he's my boy, but we're just basically, I'm saying drafting Cam Whitmore is like getting an upgraded version of KJ Martin.
And then you can actually trade an asset that you have that's been kind of a headache for the team outside of the court.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I've been looking at NBA stuff a lot more now that draft's coming up, and Cam Whitmore's name has been popping up a lot as a possibility for not just our team, but a lot of teams are looking at him now as like, oh, this guy has some skills. This guy is a name that we weren't talking about with the Thompson twins and Scoots and Brandon Millers and them. And so I'm not mad at it at all. I honestly, from what I've seen of him, and you saying it exactly of a need that we have as a team, it's like they're kind of going in free agency at small forwards to fit that. And if it looks like from what you're seeing is either you're gonna have to trade for a player you don't want, like a Siakam, or you're gonna try. And it seems like they don't want that because it seems like it's gaining no fire.
No traction to it.
Yeah, and then the Cam Johnson sides of it, Brooklyn seems to be like, we're gonna match anything you do, and we're gonna go get him. So it's kind of like, well, what are my options now?
And Cam Whitmore is that kind of player to me. I mean, he's a Villanova product.
Yeah,
the dude's got a high motor on him. I like it. I wouldn't hate it at number 4. Another player that piqued my interest, and I look at this guy and I'm like, okay, like you're obviously a product of modern day basketball. But then I look at where you're from, where you played, how you play, and I'm a big Jordan Hawkins fan from UConn, shooting guard, 6'5" from Maryland. And it's like, he reminds me of like a Bradley, Bill, Ray Allen, like that 2 guard who we'll probably use him off the bench, but he's like that 2 guard who's hella running off screens, shooting the ball when he catches. He's got a sick handle and he finishes at the rim. Perfect 6-man for us. If need be, play him at the 2 and put Jalen at the 3.
Yeah. And it's, oh man, I'm looking at both because I mean, it's good to have options. It's good to have, you don't know who's going to trade up. You don't know who's going to trade around, what's going to happen with these players. I know I saw a thing talking about Orlando Magic are looking at the 4th pick to trade for their 6th, and their other one, I believe, is 12th or something.
Mm-hmm.
Would you take that trade for more assets to have 3? And then trade out.
So there's 2 things that would have to happen for me to do this. Is I would either have to have made calls before knowing that I can go get a player with these 3 picks.
Yeah.
And then 2, you're gonna have to give me a player. So like it, considering y'all are not about to give up Paolo Banchero, I don't know what else the fuck I would want off that team. But I'll take Jalen Suggs because it's a point guard.
Yeah.
And you give me the 3 first-round picks, it still gives me 3 picks this year that I might go get a Brandon Ingram. Or you use all 3 of those picks and see if it's like shit, maybe I can move up to 6 and still get Cam Whitmore. I think I'm still stuck on the Whitmore and Hawkins shit because I seen like where we were projected to maybe take, like they were talking about Amen Thompson and Jarris Walker, and it's like they're both really good players, but I don't think either one of them are ready to play in the league. Like Jarris Walker, I don't believe is ready to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I don't really want him on our team, even though he's a U of H product.
Oh no,
And I need,
but
I need whoever we draft, if we draft that forward, to like help us now because I'm tired of sucking.
like you look at mock drafts when the draft came out, and of course Amen Thompson was the guy that we were all looking at. You start looking at him now, and Cam Whitmore has pretty much switched in the 4th pick. And so it's like, do I trade the pick or do I pick a guy that we need in a viable spot?
I
And
think if you could answer the question I asked earlier, then you'll know exactly what to do with it. Do you draft for team needs or you draft best player available? If you draft for needs, it's Amen Thompson. If you draft for best player available, it's Cam Thomas. And I think that the Cam Thomas shit jumped up because Amen Thompson has been talked into the second best point guard in this draft.
yeah,
But then I also think like maybe players like Anthony Black, Cason Wallace, those are guards. Nick Smith, maybe their stock isn't doing anything. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I would rather trade the pick than draft one of those guys. No disrespect to them, but like, you're not going to help us.
Yeah, I mean Cam Whitmore. I mean he had a very impressive pro day, and I know we talked about what pro days mean and don't mean after that Gilbert Arenas podcast that he did. But you look at what he has and just the attributes alone of what he can bring and what he already knows is what you look for in a quote unquote NBA superstar at that position. And then I mean then you're gonna see what you pair him up with. I guess just touching on our what is our, I think we have the 20th pick, right? I think it is our,
I think that's something that definitely might get traded.
yeah. There a lot of people are saying we might go international because you don't have to bring it over.
Well, there's that option, but if you can use that pick and a couple players, that'll help put a team over.
Yeah,
Like, just think about the teams who are like really close to being good. You know what I mean? Like,
a lot of so
I
a
don't know.
lot of
Like a team like Memphis might want some shit. You know what I mean? Like for a player that could help us, like
yeah.
Aldama or somebody like that. One of those bigs, I wouldn't mind taking off that team.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rockets fans at the point are like, we don't care about picks anymore. Like the 4th pick, okay, yeah, but all after that, it's kind of like I don't want any more picks. Like we're not Oklahoma City. I don't care about holding all these damn picks and shit.
I just want Houston to consider the fact that it's not a terrible idea to not draft a point guard with the 4 because you still have Ty Washington on our team. You still have Josh Christopher on the team. Love him or hate him, KJ Martin is still on our team. And he's a fine fucking point guard. He's not a true point, but he's a basketball player. And how long did we think that about Marcus Smart?
Yeah,
Like, give the dude a shot.
yeah. I mean, we agree that we need vets. You need vets, and I mean, you look at Denver. What Aaron Gordon says Jeff Green has been for him on a team like that. So you need the vets. But going into picks, I mean, if you had to pick both, I guess. I mean, like they have us predicted Belil Koulibaly, the small forward from France, Wimbyama's running mate. And so it's like, I guess, Raphael, you've gone international before. You gave me Garuba, you gave me Shingun.
Sengun.
So I guess I'm okay with you doing it, but at this point, I want some vets. If I get Whitmore, that's amazing. You got a young core. get some veterans around them, get some guys in that locker room, get some guys on the bench. Not James Harden.
I think that the Rockets fans would love Jordan Hawkins also, bro, just the way he plays. He's a bucket getter, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's the perfect kind of running mate, in my opinion, with Jalen Green, because I think that would look a lot like De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk.
Yeah. So far, he's projected in 14. So
somebody's going to steal him. Trust me. If somebody gets him at 14, that's a steal.
I mean,
he got UConn to the national title, bro.
Yeah. I'm telling you, though, man, Cam Whitmore, though, is blowing up on a lot.
If you're not familiar with Cam Whitmore, everybody, just go look at his highlights on YouTube. And, I mean, it reminds me in a half-court situation of Brunson. In the full court, it reminds me of Jaylen Brown. I like him. He got a good shot, too. And if you go back and if you look at a bunch of college highlights from a lot of players, he's one of the only people who shoots from that far. So I think he comes into the league with range. Well, we'll figure it out, though. If you need some help, Raphael Stone, just give us a call. We'll be right here chilling.
I'm hyped for it. He looks good in the Houston Rockets. I got pictures of him. They said the starting line. Nah, never mind. I started reading that, and I was like, ooh.
Oh, bro, you can read that. But let me tell you what. Like, if you look at Cam Whitmore highlights and you like this dude and you're like, I got to have him at 4, and somebody takes him, you know what that means? You're going to get Scooter Brandon Miller.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. It was what I read of. They were like Rockets starting lineup, and it started off good. And then the point guard was what pissed me off.
Don't tell me Deshaun Nix.
No, but it was a returner.
Oh, not James Harden. What the fuck?
It was like Alfred Sengun, Jabari Smith, Cam Whitmore, Jalen Green, and James Harden.
I don't like that at all. At all.
I mean, he did say, I'm torn between Philly and Houston.
Well, you shouldn't be. Go over there. You're not with nothing here. Hey, and I appreciate you, King and Martin Sr., for going on Chandler Parsons' show and telling the national media that Rockets fans don't freaking want him.
That's true, man. Well, Rockets fans, if you don't know who Cam Whitmore is, you need to check him out. He's probably the guy blowing up on a lot of people's Twitters. Fan bases are really asking for him. Villanova, you're going to want to check him out. Let us know, though, who you think, man. I know we're only like
a couple weeks. Bless you.
Oh, man. See, James Harden made me sneeze. We're only a few weeks away. A lot of things are going to end up happening for sure. But from everything I'm seeing, Cam Whitmore is flying up the radar of the of the Rockets.
So we're optimistic, y'all. We either get Amen Thompson or Cam Whitmore if we choose to pick. We're good. Chill the fuck out. We're good.
We got this. Yeah. I'm not worried. Like, I don't get it. There's a lot of people that are getting worried about it, and I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. Like let's just chill. Like, let's enjoy it.
It's like the Texan shit. You just got to sit back, relax, and hope that the coach makes the right choice.
Yeah. And we got a good coaching staff. I mean, no matter what you do, though, you need some vets. So we'll do a video on that of what exact vets we want, and because we all know pretty much what we don't want already.
No, we don't want Harden. # bring Boban back.
Yeah. We need him.
He dribbled the ball. He bounced the ball. He bounced the ball. He bounced the ball. He bounced the ball.
All right, Rockets fans. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. You made it to this point. We're going to be doing a lot more of these. We're going to be doing the NBA draft. Make sure you join us so you know what trades, what pick we get, all that's good stuff. We'll be doing a lot more on different prospects as the weeks come on.
At the very least, come complain with us.
Yep. Leave some comments, and we are out of here. Later.
how much I'm working for this. I swear my dreams are too important.